Okay, hands up, please. Take the derivative of both sides of the equation. What's the first rule I use? One hand. Think with me. Think with me. You're way better, right? So I take the derivative of both sides. What's the first rule I use? Come on. First rule I use. Cal. How many degree addition? 0.2 per calorie. So I'm going to write d of negative 5xy over dx plus d of 4y cubed over dx equals d of 3x squared over dx. Okay, hands up. What rule gets used here? Hands. What rule are we going to use here? What rule? Go, Tommy. So how many vote product? 2 points. Now, look, there's also multiplying constant here. I've tried this both ways for years. I'm not sure there's a best. So here's what I'm going to show you. If you want to try it the other way, that's fine. I'm going to consider the first function to be negative 5x. And the other function to be y. So I'm going to think of this as two functions multiplying. So I take the second function y, and I multiply by the d dx of the first. Plus first function multiplied by d dx of the second. And we want to talk more about that. Okay? This one's just a shortcut, so raise your hand if you know what this is going to be. Come on, hands. Think with me. Just do the quick shortcut. What's this going to be? Go, Hannah.
12y squared multiplied by dy.
12y squared multiplied by dy over dx. Who knew it? 2 points. This one very similar. Hands up. What's this going to be? Okay. Think with me. Micah. 6x. So this becomes 6x. How many knew it? Point. Okay. Please.
Do you need a parentheses on the negative 5x dy again?
Right here.
Yeah, it's a negative.
Wouldn't hurt anything. It's not required because when we have factors written side by side, that indicates multiplication. We're okay. Where we get into trouble is when you write something like this. Where all of this is to be multiplied by this, then you have to have parentheses.
Oh, okay.
In this situation, we're okay. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
2 points. There you go. So, going. This is just negative 5. So I have negative 5y. This is just negative 5x y prime plus 12y squared y prime equals 6x. Question? If you've done a good job on the first 105 problems, this assignment should go pretty smooth. So it's just using the same rules, just this added step of isolating the y prime. So negative 5x y prime plus 12 y squared y prime. Going to move the 5y to the other side of the equation. Questions to there? Please.
Just want to make sure I'm not really thinking illegally here, but like, couldn't you just simplify that down and just go straight, or never mind. Never mind.
2 points. Keep talking. It really, really helps to do what Parker's doing. Like, just talk out loud. So anytime you want to raise your hand and just talk out loud, please. It really helps. Please.
Wait, I just kind of back two steps.
You're good.
So like y d negative 5x over dx plus negative 5x dy dx. How did you get, what did you do to get both of those?
Which number are you looking at? Right here?
Both of the first and the second. Yeah.
Oh.
'Cause I know they came from the same.
So this, right here, became these two.
Right.
Because we use the product rule. So the product rule says the derivative of two factors multiplying will become the first factor, so that's the pink one here, multiplied by the derivative of the blue, plus the blue, multiplied by derivative of the pink.
Yeah.
You see it
And
now?
that's where those, yeah. I get that.
Good question, 2 points, Ava. Anyone else? Keep going. Factor out the y prime. Divide. Questions, please.
I don't think that they generally accepted the order for how you write things, so you said like you like expectation stuff, but do you have to lose any points if you just do that? I mean,
Yeah. Hey, 2 for math. It's a good question. And the way you phrased it was really good. I'll give you 3 for that. You said there's a generally accepted order, which is correct. It's not a rule, and it's just tradition. Some teachers push the tradition heavily, others don't. I'm not a big pusher of the tradition. But the AP test on the written section, you can't stop here because you have not yet isolated the y prime.
Right.
Now on the written section, a problem like this is typically worth 2 points. And if you can get to here, they'll usually give you 1 of the 2. And then if you can isolate the y prime, they'll give you the second. Depending on the complexity, maybe 3 points, but usually 2. It does not matter the order this is written in for the written section. And for the multiple choice, you just have to make sure that whatever you've written, you can compare and find your answer. So, there we go. Cool. One more. Write down 36, please. Remember, the assignment is only the bottom half, so 21 to 36.